I have something to show off to you guys. Check this out. This is my sourdough starter. This morning it was here at the rubber band, and since this morning it's doubled in size. So the little wins. I know I've mentioned to you guys, that I've been sort of in a weird grind of late where I just feel like there's so many things I'm trying to get done, and none of them seem to really I am making some headway, but it feels emotionally like I'm just sort of stuck in this space of just treading water. And so the sourdough project is one of sort of trying to do something where I can actually see, like have a tactile, visible sensation of like, oh, look, something's happening. There's some progress, right? Whereas when I'm doing a lot of these phone calls with insurance companies and doing research on CPT codes and reimbursement, sometimes it's like, what did I just do all day long, So anyway, so I think today's session is dedicated to what I would call putting it all together. I mean, we practice so many different uh, individual skills here that in my mind constitute the foundation of positivity, or being skillful at being able to um, sort of determine our own fate to some extent. And so here's kind of the stuff that we do. So we're in situations like this poor woman going into the MRI. I don't know if you've ever had an MRI. It's a pretty spooky thing, and definitely a great place where you can put it all together. So what are we doing? It's mindfulness, attentional control. So choosing where our attention is going, becoming self-aware of emotions, of thoughts, of memories, of sensations, being able to self-soothe. So like in my case, when I'm feeling this agitation and this frustration, actually having some skill to be able to say, yeah, okay, you got this. Explanatory style and reframing, like noticing when I'm getting stuck in a loop of negativity, and being able to reframe it and say, okay, look, there's probably other ways of describing what's going on. And then compassion, that in my mind also includes compassion for self. So the ability to feel with whatever the situation is and be able to say, yeah, that really sucks, or that's really painful, and here's something we can do about it. Um, Creativity. I think a lot of this, certainly reframing, changing our explanatory style. There's a like a boldness and a creativity that we need to activate to be able to view things through fresh eyes. Mood and nervous system regulation. That's kind of a big picture label for a lot of the stuff that I just mentioned there. And then last but certainly not least, also just gratitude and kindness, making sure that we can actually go through all of this stuff rather than just white knuckling it and sort of bearing down on it and just saying, I just got to get through it and I got to work on it. But there's some sense of like, hey, I get to do this, I get to do this with all of you, or we get to do this together. And the whole process can be one of, I think, just imbued with a sense of kindness and gentleness. So I thought today, let's spend about 10 minutes and just given all that's going on in the world, see if we can intentionally activate a little bit of all of these things that I just put up on the screen. So let's start by closing our eyes. And right from the get-go, let's flex our mindfulness muscle. So with that, what I mean is just dropping into noticing things as they are. And that includes our thoughts or our stories about, maybe the mind has an idea of things should be different right now. We can just say, oh yeah, there's the mind doing its thing. Here I am sitting on the couch or sitting in the sunshine, body's breathing, just becoming aware of just what is right now, the simplicity of it. And in order to do that, we're obviously flexing our attention in a certain way. Just notice how we can choose where our attention goes. So focus on the feet right now, and then on the sensations in the hands, palms, fingertips, and then up to the eyes, noticing sensations, and just notice how, there's some part of us that's able to shine the spotlight of attention from the feet the hands to the eyes. We're choosing to do that. And then zooming out, softening our attentional gaze a little bit, just become aware of the body, space and time, just sitting, breathing, becoming aware of any emotions, mood, becoming aware of the state of our mind. Is it busy? Is it speedy? Is it calm? Is it open? Just noticing what's happening. And usually the mind is up to something, right? The mind rarely rests when we're sleeping. It's always thinking about stuff. And usually that stuff that we're thinking about has a what we call a feeling tone. And so usually thoughts or our beliefs or memories can feel unpleasant or they can feel pleasant. Sometimes there's just kind of a blahness, sort of a neutrality around it. So just notice right now what's going on. What's the state of the mind? And if there are any specific beliefs or flavors of thoughts or memories, reframing them means looking at them through creative and fresh eyes and saying, yeah, I've noticed I've been really stuck on this idea. Like in my case, I've shared this with you guys a few times. I'm stuck on this idea that I'm just treading water and not getting anywhere. And of course, a reframe of that would be to look at it and say, well, actually, you're getting a lot done. It's just different than you thought it should be, or it doesn't mean nothing's happening. So just that's an example of a reframe. And then activating some compassion, frustration, negativity, and any flavors of pain, be they physical or emotional. It's a fact of life. These things will happen. And we can we meet those experiences with compassion and realizing that everyone around us is kind of stumbling through life too, also experiencing pain and frustrations, and we meet their struggles with kindness and compassion as well. And creativity is about flexing a kind of I always think of creativity as a very courageous thing to do. It's being willing to look reality in the eye and say, yeah, but there's other ways of thinking about this or other things I could do, or I don't have to do the roll over and take it. I can actually stand up and get creative, engage, activate. All of that constitutes a kind of agency when it comes to regulating our mood or regulating our nervous system. It's true. Emotions happen to us, sensations happen to us. There's always some part of us that can say, yeah, okay, and, let me do all the things that we just are looking at right now. They all constitute a sense of agency or purpose where you can say, I can do something about this. I don't have to just take it as a foregone conclusion. And then being able to do all of this with a smile on our face would be awesome. It's not not always possible for me, but it's a good reminder, sort of the gratitude of I'm alive, this community, acquiring skills. I get to do this. So many people that don't get to do this just because of their circumstance in life. We get to do this, and for that, we can really feel gratitude and thankfulness. And kindness, I think, is certainly a really core value of mine, especially when you look at so much of the stuff that's going on in the world today. The news cycle of late has been pretty hectic, pretty intense, and the things that are making the news are imbued with the opposite of kindness. It's a smallness. It's a fear-based lashing out of they wars or assassinations or just the politics and all that stuff. And so kindness, again, it's a bold, creative choice that we get to make moment by moment to meet ourselves, to meet others, to meet life with an attitude of kindness. And whatever the situation might be, see if we can resolve it with some positivity or kindness. In my experience, that's so worth the effort, and the most satisfying thing about being a human being with some sense of autonomy and agency is I get to choose kindness. Hard part's just remembering it. And also in my experience, they're depending on what's going on in our life, some of these things that we just covered are easier than others to access. Yeah, so it's just sort of this ebb and flow of life, and I think different skill sets are called on at different times. I think as long as we keep coming back on a regular basis and keep stimulating and activating parts of ourselves to get better at these skills, that we equip ourselves and each other with the tools to, I think, live a really good, meaningful, intentional life. And that's, I think, about as much as any of us can really ask for. Take a deep breath in through the nose, long, slow exhale through the mouth, from the belly, the hands, feet. Hold the exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In through the nose, up through the mouth. Just keep pushing the air out as slowly and consistently as you can, all the way out. And hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just let the body breathe on its own. Feeling you, feeling your aliveness, presence. May you have access to all or some of these awesome skills as you go through your weekend. And I'll see you on Monday. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate you all.